Alright, welcome back to Satisfactory, 75 hours into the save. Wonder if we can finish this within like 100 hours or so. I'm gonna guess not, quite frankly. Still got a long way to go, I think. I'm encouraged by the progress that I seem to be making last stream, but there's still a lot more to go, and I think one more phase after this one, so it's not over yet. But we're making good progress. 154 of part 2 is being completed. Then we have over here, what were you doing? Making some radio control volts. Volts? No, radio control units. Why did I read that as volt? What is wrong with me? Anyway, don't answer that. So that's that out of the way. We'll clear these. Oh, those are coming in from the conveyor belt. Why did I put so many computers in here? Well, I guess let's let that fill up again and just stick those there just in case. How are you going? Are you doing anything? No, you're finished. And I pulled the Somas loop out so that I could do something. I can't remember what. Oh, I was going to take the Somas loop out of the manufactory that's making the turbo motors and stick it in the blender instead. That is not much copper sheet coming out. Is that normal? 15 per minute. Yeah, I think that is actually just normal. Makes 15 a minute and then it splits them. Wait, do you get enough? Because you use 15 a minute. I should not be splitting you. Why am I splitting you? Yeah, because you're already part overclocked to get to that 15 a minute. Yeah, I should not be splitting you off. Means we don't get a backlog, but tough, because we need all the sheets we can get going this way. Any that were on me can go in here, because we need those AI limiters. Without them, everything else crawls to a halt. Okay. Especially with now that we've got this going. That's our drone. We don't have a backlog of rubber. That's good. Well, we kind of do. That doesn't seem to be being used fast enough. Never mind. Priorities. Turbo motors. Which we only have one of because we didn't have enough cooling systems. That's right. So we tuned it with the amount of motors that we put in, I believe. Oops. We've got rubber coming in directly. We've got the motors going in there, so we should put the rest of those there for now. And then we'll have cooling systems. The problem is we're also needing cooling systems for this, as well as to make these, which we also need for that. So we need 300 cooling systems is the problem. Now what we can do though is pull those out. Because we're not making them anyway, it doesn't make any difference. I love our hypertube system goes so much further and so much faster now. And then into this one, which has much nicer curves because I realized I could use the noodle setting. So you are making the fused modular frames. Doubling those would also be nice, but it's fine. I'm not desperately needing tons of them at the moment. You have the cooling systems coming in. Okay, good. So we've got 36 of you so far. It's a start. I mean, it can only make them so fast. Unless I really want to just ramp everything up, which, you know, is attractive. But this can now be an equal amount of heat sinks into cooling systems, at least. So 130 heat sinks, of which there is some coming in here at the moment, actually. We've got 100 there. And just whatever's on the line. Okay, probably not quite enough. I don't even know if I did any particular good maths at the start with. It was only yesterday, and I'd already forgotten a lot of what I did. Such is the way of things. That's also why I'm focusing on this again, instead of splitting my weekend across different games for streaming. Because this is getting gnarly now, and I need to be able to concentrate on what I'm doing and just dedicate some time to getting this all sorted, hopefully. So you have tons of sheets coming in here still, even though a lot of them are coming over here. So we're only making 3 heat sinks per minute because it's underclocked because of the amount of copper sheets we're producing, I believe. Because of, yeah, 20 to 10. But we can get more copper coming in. In fact, I can't even remember what we had things clocked to. Was it only 30 coming through, or was it actually 60 coming through? I think it might have only been 30, which is why this is all backed up there. Using 20 and 10, so it's exactly the right amount. But then this isn't really flowing much, is it? It is a conveyor belt Mark III, so it wouldn't have to. Well, we're doing what we can. There's another 184 heat sinks anyway, which is plenty. Like, we don't care about holding them back, because I think their only purpose in life really is to actually go into the cooling systems. Maybe at some point we might have a use for heat sinks by themselves. But yeah, I'm not sure that any heat sinks are used without them being converted into cooling units in the first place. Let's go back and pass off those heat sinks at least, which we did contemplate running conveyor belts. Especially since, say, the only purpose for heat sinks appears to be to create cooling units. Which uses them at a rate of 6 per minute. We're only producing 3 per minute, so yeah, that's a bit of a problem. It is churning them out really. Yeah, it does make 6 per minute of them though. So that's pretty good. Let's just chuck all of those in there. I mean, what else could I be doing while I wait? Probably plenty, but if nothing else, I need to also check out, while I'm waiting, let's remind myself what I need for thermal propulsion rockets. So I need a lot more cooling systems and a lot more turbo motors. Great. 250 times 6. We're going to need 1,500 cooling systems. Ouch. Half that, technically, because we'll be Somas looping things. That's still 750 cooling systems. That's a lot. Plus the ones that go into the turbo motors in the first place. Okay. And we'll need 125 of those. That's fine, to be honest. Like, we're working our way solidly through those currently. Ah, we need more heavy modular frames. Did we put some more into storage? We did. That's how we're going to do this. We'll put stuff into storage and then we'll bring it with me. That's another 140. And then aluminium casings. Oh yeah, we have that coming in, that's right, yeah. Good. So yeah, it's only the heavy modular frames. So that's 140 of those. So that helps. These are the other problems. So modular engines. So that's an old part that we previously produced. And that requires motors, rubber, and smart plating. And we'll be doubling that. So if we... Oh, we can even see from here. So it's a 5 to 2. Well, 5 to 4, I guess. We've got to think of 125 of these. 125 batches. So 525 is 625. Okay, so we'd need 625. If we also double these, then it gets messy. We've got some leftovers, actually. So then we've just got to think of this being equal 2 to 2. 625. So we would need, well, 625 of those, I guess. Yeah. So 625 smart plating. We need to get working on that again at some point. I think we have a spare assembler. But we actually have a bunch of it spare too. We might even have enough. No, we didn't have that much. It was the wiring we had a lot of. Okay, so We need 625 smart plating. We might be able to get started on that when we get back to our main base, actually. Well, here's 100 cooling systems anyway, which we will pass into the turbo motor production. We'll see what other Soma sloops we have in action. So we might be able to take it out of the supercomputers. Whee! I could have just let it fling me all the way to the supercomputer manufactory, actually. So I think we're still doubling... No, we stopped doubling those. We never doubled computers. Supercomputers we surely did, though. I need to remember I need to press sprint when I get started. Okay, we've got a lot of those. So for now, at least, let's stop doubling that. For one, we can now stick back in here and give you some cooling systems. And that should be enough to make the 50 of those that I need. Which I think was the amount of motors that I had put in the first place. Radio control units, I think... We don't need to double. We were over here. Oh, this has still got the Soma sloops in it as well. In fact, we need those for all of the turbo motors. We need 50 turbo motors just for the particle enrichment research. But then we need 125 of them here as well. Again, it has to be even numbers though, so it would be 126 technically to get the right amount. And we'll end up with excess of that. Is it 126 of these radio control units? So that divided by 4 is 32 basically. So if we get 32 crystal oscillators out, okay, so 32 of those, and then we need some aluminium casings. We don't have enough on us right now, but I think we've got some still over in storage here. To make 32 times 32? I should know that. It's a lot, that's for sure. I mean, 32 fours is 128, right? So that times 8. 128 eights? That's 1024, isn't it, I think? I think that's the magic. 1024. So we've got 2, 4, 6. So we need 2 more stacks. And then they can all go into that one. Cool. Engines is the next thing I need, all those motors. Wait till this finishes, and then we can look at... smart plating will be the thing to look at now. That would be you. We don't need to double you, necessarily. And it's a 1-to-1. Just 1-to-1-to-1. First one will make 2. So 625, I think, is what I needed. That's status. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 25. And also these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 25. And they'll just fill up again. Oh, we already had some on us? That's right. Also, I didn't have to go far for those because they're also here. Never mind. And you're not even using all of them that comes in, so you do actually back up. This is kind of where I plunder for my private store if I need to. It's a good point. Metal plates, because I was making a ton of... Okay, they're actually full in there. But I was making a lot of conveyor belts. Wait, do I not have iron rods in here at all? I do, they're right there. I'm just blind, it turns out. So that's tidied that up a little bit and got the smart plating going. So that's a prerequisite for the next step. Let's go back and see what cooling systems I have now. Okay, cooling systems. How many do I have now? Because it's been pumping them out. Yeah, 6 per minute. 84, good. So we now got up to 87. 89, in fact. If we can get 100 of those, that would be nice. So we have the amount of these that are required for the turbo motors. Do I just crank this? I think we might just crank this up now, actually. Let's just do that. Why not? Because we're not feeding anything in manual, or like automatically rather. So it doesn't matter if we rip through our backlog faster. Because we just want what it's producing now, basically. So let's make 12 permanent instead. Oh, it's the nitrogen gas that's going to be the problem. That's right. Yes. So we're now using 150 and using 25, so 175. I cannot overclock you. Interesting. Okay, so what that says to me is we just quickly put in a pipeline and a new one of these. They don't actually take all that much. Oh, it even lines up. Lovely. And that'll do another 120 per minute. And that'll just feed into the same lot there to make sure that that stays maxed. Good. Because that was the only real concern I had, I think. Oh, and water is 30. I know I underclocked this, but I also put a buffer in. But, yeah, maybe we make sure that it can do 30. And it'll just idle when it doesn't. But it's only using 3.2 megawatts. It really doesn't take much just to bump water, does it? I mean, this is almost downhill from the lake anyway, so yeah, it really doesn't need much encouragement to come this way. Cool, so that should keep everything topped. And we're now ripping through these. Excellent. Because once we have this 200, then I'll be very happy. But while I'm waiting, I could do a little bit of exploration. One, there's these dismantle crates that I have no idea why they're there. I suspect that they must have got flung there or something when I was doing stuff with the hypertubes. So I could go up there. I could also build another radar tower. Just eyeballing distances. Let's just go new marker. That's where I want another radar tower, ideally, which I think I have the materials for. Yeah, just in storage. So let's not just idle. Let's actually go up and do something. It's a new marker. Oh, I didn't make it visible on the map from further away. Let's go far so I can actually see where I want to go. Over there. Right, we also want to find that dismantle crate. And we can check on our copper. You are producing 30 per minute. Sure enough. Yep. Well, that's basically what I'm using now. So, now we do have power lines working our way up here. Are they all powered? Yes, they are. Good. So we can already just fly up here. Here's this radar tower. That's right. The dismantle crates are kind of secondary. Maybe we go there after. Now it's a case of I shouldn't have bothered overclocking that thing because by the time I... We went too far away, didn't we? I like that there's a reserve power that prevents you from taking fatal damage. There we go. Let's bring you this way. Oh, there's a Mercer down here. We're off to a good start.
Sings the first symphony of the blood.
First, there was a whole involved process of evolution from single-celled organisms to mammals, rodents specifically.
Explosion.
Super sloop.
And that's not even explaining the whole dinosaur extinction meteor making room for mammals to dominate the animal kingdom instead.
It's pretty convenient.
Multiple explosions.
You know what? I will just compile a data package for you to look at later, because I don't even know where to start with the whole ape thing.
Harmonious explosion.
Harmonious explosion kind of sums up life and reality in general, I think. Yellow power slug. Should probably collect some more of those at some point because I will be running through power shards over time. There's a wreck over there, that's also good. That's the other useful thing about this is we're so hopefully getting some more hard drives. Aluminium casings, EV frames, Cooling systems. Hey, bonus. I was already making enough, but now I have more. Oh, okay, I'll just grab some 11 turbo motors too then. Sweet. And this is why I should explore more. Oh, and we need 1 turbo motor for this. Okay, sure. Give me 11 and take 1. That's a pretty good trade. Stringing up the power lines has a twofold thing. One, it allows me to hover. 2, if there's a wreck that needs power, then I just have it. You down here. If I can find even more Soma sloops, that'd be good too. What's under this? Maybe Mercer Sphere, I think. Yep, Mercer Sphere. Yeah, still useful. We need to make a bunch more of the materials that I can use for the research, just to make our dimensional depots even more useful. Alright, let's keep moving towards our marker points. See if we can find some flat ground up here. There's a wreck up on a hill. I mean, if we can put our radar up there, that would be handy. This is pretty. It's like a crimson bamboo forest. I like it. I do like to be able to put things on elevated positions. Let's bring you up here. Oh, radiation, because of course. Oh, it's a hog. Of course it is. Well, we have filters. What have we got here? More cooling systems. Silica, random. Control rods, okay. Computers, that's a little bit last tech level now, isn't it? Aluminium sheets. Nothing under the leaves. What do you need? Ah, some casings. Alright. More hard drive. Excellent. I was hoping for more turbo motors, but you know. Now I'm just getting greedy. And maybe take this up here. Will it fit? Yep, good. Little stretch. I was kind of expecting there to be like a Mercer Sphere or something up here, to be honest. Often is when there's all this poison around. No, nothing of interest at all, looks like. Weird. Where's our marker? Over there. Okay, so we're getting there. And a big mesa. I mean, if I can get to the top of that, that would be a really good place for a radar tower. You're over there. Can you stretch up here? You can. Alright. Where's our marker? We must be getting close. Oh, that's a radiated platform. Okay, we're kind of close, but also not. And now can you go all the way down here, or is it too long? Oh, we can go there. Nice. We can probably connect those up as well. Yeah. Just to make it clear that we don't have to go up and down. Bring you up here. We don't always stretch things to their limit anyway. It's more important to be visible. Oh, big forest arch biome. Interesting. Okay, so where was I going to put this thing? Okay, well, it's over here, looks like. Then bring it down here. There's a wreck in amongst the poison, looks like. Yes. So let's maybe bring this down here as well. And across to this outcropping. Nice. There's kind of a sandy desert area down here. Interesting. With the same sort of archways that are around my oil area. Oh. Okay, let's get exploding. Because I want to be able to... That didn't work. I want to be able to see what I'm doing. Like, the poison itself doesn't bother me so much now. I have filters for that. But I want to be able to see what I'm doing. Also, if I can time it that the stinger cops an explosion, that would be kind of funny. If... That's probably not far enough, no. I don't really need that one to be gone. That one over there, though. I think that's probably all I need. Now, I tossed one just kind of down here. Is that stinger going to come back? Where have you gone? You're over there. Are you doing like a patrol? Because if you can come back down here... One explosive's probably not enough to kill it anyway, but... Here he is. Okay, it didn't even hit him anyway. Yeah, one was not enough. Would have made him freeze, though. 2. I only have 6 more of these. I should be here. 3. Okay, so 3 got him. I do also have this. And thankfully, they don't actually spit at me. It also really doesn't matter. I only have 20 of these, so... It's fine. Casings... Cluster Noblest. Okay, Stinger remains. Why not? Heavy modular frame. Oh, fuse modular frames. Nice. I'm making what I need anyway, but... Computers... And what do you need? 300 megawatts. Well, I'm fairly sure I have that available. Yeah, you could say that. And that's the second use for stringing power lines up everywhere I go. And remember to deconstruct when I'm finished. Alright. And then somewhere off this way is where we want our radar tower, I think. Maybe further north? Yeah, let's remove that marker and instead we'll try the outcropping. Oh, you know what? You're attractive. Let's go up there if we can. Complete this circuit. I'm not sure how I'm going to get up there. But I'm going to make an effort. It becomes a lot harder to see everything else around me, unfortunately. There's a Mercer over here. Let's collect that while I see it, so that I don't forget in future. Not quite as valuable as the Soma Sloops, but... Alright, and now let's work our way up here. Do that first. We just bounce it up as if we were ziplining, and that's fine. And then there's a purple power slug. Some nasty spitters. And soon, a radar tower. Because I think this is a pretty good spot. It might not quite reach, but once we place it down, we can reevaluate based on where the ring is. Organization, radar tower. Alright. What coverage do you have? Let's just hover over there. Misses out a little bit of a dead spot down there. Okay. Now, could that be addressed by moving this one to the left? Absolutely, yes. And possibly this one slightly further north, because it's just in, yeah, dead zone down there. And things that I've already tapped into anyway. But it also isn't crucial. I mean, what's in that little spot? But if we put the radar tower down by where that wreck was instead, maybe that's actually fine. I was expecting more wrecks. And maybe Soma Sloops. I don't have many explosives left, but maybe I can get one right in the middle. Can we expose what sounds to be a Mercer sphere? Oh, okay. You don't want to explode? There we go. Yep, Mercer sphere. Honestly, not the greatest use of the explosives because I don't actually need more of those, but...
Your waves could be bigger, your blood thicker, your bones many, your organs more.
Hello to you too.
We have composed you a learning song.
That is a welcome surprise. Do be careful not to overload my blood's extremely fragile organic systems. On that note,
weird
I have been
spider
working
webbing
on
thing.
making them redundant.
Our rhythm is patient and harmonious.
You truly are a far superior collaborator than humanity.
Maybe up here, and then string across from here over to here. Power slug. Again with the power slugs. I want Soma sloops. There's a wreck up the top of that one though. Bring you up here. And up here. Alright. Ooh, turbo motors. Another 11 turbo motors. Nice. A lot of silica. I do not need more silica. Or cooling systems though. 17 of those. So we are get and I don't even need to do anything with this hard drive. Alright. Well, that's handy. So we're getting a lot there. Another wreck over there, but with radiation. That's fine. We've gone very far off track. We should probably go back because, you know, I overclocked that cooling system production because I wanted it done quicker. And now I've just wasted all of the time. Well, not wasted, but I have been spending that time anyway. So I didn't really need to make it go faster. Can you go all the way over there? No, let's just work our way around instead. And then we've got radiation. How come you guys are fine with the radiation, huh? Oh, this is pretty down here. Nice little waterfall area. I'm just going to ruin it with a smattering of power lines. There's also a chasm down here that seems to go quite deep. Can we zigzag our way down? Here we go. Oh, and now we get the moody music. Moody ambiance. What's down here? Surely there's a Soma sloop down here somewhere. You can go that way, and you can also go this way. I was hoping there might be something obvious at the bottom here, like preferably a Soma sloop. At least a Mercersphere. I don't see either of those things. It's a little bit disappointing. Anything? Anything at all? I mean, this is pretty, don't get me wrong. I am appreciating the scenery as I go. Don't worry. I do appreciate the ambience and the atmosphere. But I would like some objects of significance as well. Okay, well, I think we have exhausted this area now. Oh, wire is too long. Okay, let's just go up to as far as that then. And then go up. Oh, it's clipping. Okay, we'll go there then so it doesn't clip. Not that it matters, but hey, aesthetics. Over here, these are just berries and a yellow power slug. That's not even that important. Yeah, so I want to go back up this cliff area now. Oh, there's a wreck over here. Wire is too long. Oh, well, we can go down here. Then we can go across there. And we can go up. Maybe here? Theoretically, I like the idea that I could still zipline if I wanted to. Let's check out the wreck first. What do we got? Circuit boards, rubber, modular frames. This is an older tech level. I wonder if this might be near where one of... Oh, 150 megawatts, not a problem. I wonder if this might be near one of the other starting areas. So we're probably going to get lower tech again now. Ooh, hang on. Are you a Soma sloop on top of a thing? I think you are. Yes, you are. They are often kind of just protruding from strange places. Excellent. Exploration has paid off a little bit. Right, then we want to work our way back up again. Let's maybe string you across here if we can. No, wire is just too long. That's interesting. Huh. And you could connect up there, but you clip awkwardly through things. So let's go in between and then go up there. Okay. Oh, we're back here again. Okay, we've done very big circuit down and under. Right. Where was I going to put that radar tower? So if we put radar tower here, perhaps, instead. There we go. Alright, now, what's the overlap like? Much better. Just a tiny little bit that we don't see. Excellent.